A dedicated police strike force monitoring anti-Semitic attacks has this morning arrested and charged a man with alleged stalking and intimidation of a woman in Sydney's east. This comes while several ongoing investigations into potential anti-Semitic attacks are ongoing across Sydney. Reporter Miles Holbrook-Walk joins us now with more. Miles, can you tell us more about these charges?
Sure, Gemma. So they relate to an incident that's alleged to have happened on Saturday morning when a woman actually flagged down police officers from the unit Strike Force Pearl. What's interesting about that in of itself is that Strike Force Pearl is a police unit that specifically deals with investigations into anti-Semitic incidents. And it's here she told police that a man allegedly harassed her using anti-Semitic language while she was at a private residence along Flood Street, where I am here in Bondi. Now, shortly after police began investigations, and it was yesterday afternoon that they arrested the man, and he was taken to Newtown Police Station in the Inner West and was eventually charged with stalking and intimidating a person, as well as a slew of other charges relating to unrelated offending, including damaged property. Now, he is scheduled to appear before court today, Gemma, but that investigation in of itself seems to have found someone relatively quickly, because we know in other instances into alleged anti-Semitism that they have been quite tricky and hard to track down people. In this instance, police were able to arrest and charge someone promptly.
And there are several other investigations that are going on separate to that incident. Where are they at?
Well, let's just start while I'm in Bondi with another alleged incident that's believed to have taken place in Bondi over the weekend, not far from where I am, just off Campbell Parade here in the heart of Sydney's east. It's believed that 3 men actually had a carton of eggs and pelted them at a group of 5 women, and police are now searching for these 3 men. No arrests or charges have been laid at this stage. They believe the reason and motivation for throwing eggs at these women, is largely, or could be at least, related to the clothing they were wearing, and that is what has made this a potentially anti-Semitic event. Now, investigations remain ongoing. Part of that is that police have discovered a car that crashed in not too far away from where the incident's believed to have been taken place. But already, just the climate right now in Sydney has seen leaders within the state take charge, including Chris Minns, the Premier of New South Wales, who says that no stone will be left unturned and every resource will be expended to catch people believed to have committed allegedly anti-Semitic offences.
We are throwing every bit of resource at this. We're leaving no stone unturned, and I think the public would expect, not just the Jewish community, everybody in New South Wales would expect that if you've committed this offence, we are going to throw the book at you. If for no other reason that we try and convince some bastard from committing the exact same act.
So that's the Premier, Chris Minns, there discussing the resourcing that's been thrown at this. Now, I mentioned Strike Force Pearl earlier. Now, the reason they're a particularly significant strike force within the police operation is because they've actually had more resources shifted towards them from a separate police operation called Operation Shelter. They dealt largely with proactive responses to patrol Jewish sites of significance, including schools as well as synagogues. Now, a lot of officers have now moved into Strike Force Pearl, but there will be some new police resources also afforded to this strike force, and we're going to see them in proactive patrols right throughout the city across this week and indeed into the forthcoming weeks, especially at synagogues but also at schools during drop-off and pick-up times. Many schools this week, Gemma, do return to school, so that will be something the community will notice as investigations into incidents that have occurred continue.